right. So, nothing we can do about it. Hi, Glenn. I'm just saying hi to Sherry. Is that okay with you? Okay, if you go back to our usual spot underneath the star, you will see, because that's what we can see. So Beverly is not doing good. You call her, you never know, she is crazy. I don't know if she's on medicine or not. But
I talked to Robin this morning.
oh, well, then you know.
Yeah, she, you can't tell.
Well, it doesn't matter what she says if she's not in the world that we
Yep.
know it is.
Yep.
So Roxanne is staying in her house and taking care of the dog. And she's looking around the house and things that I'm not, she said, you know, we need to put our stuff in the wall. I said, yeah. Yeah. She said,
She
she's
should
done.
have been someplace else.
Yeah, so I hope Cheryl kind of works this out.
Well, I hope they do because Robin
Hey, Caleb. Hi, Esterlyn.
She has to. She said, well, Roxanne, I said, no, no. We'll keep the dog. We are good. Roxanne's going to get the packages.
Hello, Glenn.
Some people come into the house, nothing scary. But anyway, let me go sit with Glenn. She's, the grandkids, I don't know, I guess Cheryl's son.
there's an adopted daughter.
Oh, yeah, that one.
Cheryl's.
Tell Beverly she has no more pajamas here. We have sent them all to the hospital. And she's not to send you back over here to get pajamas. We're sending them to
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Anyway,
Okay.
it'll be an old lady who's hurt. You've done that before.
Yeah.
It's a thing.
Yep. Okay. Look like you're ready for a restful, cathartic Shabbat, so we'll take care of it. Relax. Yeah, definitely, definitely. Thanks, friends. We'll begin in about a minute, so it is wonderful to see everyone today. We'll give everybody one more minute to come in, and then we'll begin. Okay, they made it within the one more minute. Okay, we are ready to begin. Mic not on? Check, check, 1, 2. Testing, testing, 1, 2. Okay, we are ready to begin our service tonight. Thank you, everybody. See, I have a monitor up here so I could hear myself, but the crowd couldn't hear me, so thank you for letting me know. It does take a village, especially with sound AV things, right? So I want to welcome everybody tonight to our service. I hope I've heard from a few of you that this was a busy, hectic week, as is May going into June, very hectic, lots going on, family obligations and other things, graduation. So may tonight be a time where you rest, where it's cathartic for you, and where we really can just sit back and enjoy the service and join together. So we're going to begin on page 10 with the singing of Maya Fehayom. How lovely today is, Shabbat Shalom. Please join with Dwight and I. Maya Fehayom, Shabbat Shalom. Maya Fehayom, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Please turn to a friend, a neighbor, and wish them a Shabbat Shalom. And we'll continue at the bottom of page 9. Together, bottom of page 9. We offer thanks, O God, for this Shabbat which unites us in faith and hope, for Shabbat holiness which inspires sacred living, for Shabbat memories glowing even in darkness, for Shabbat peace born of friendship and love. We offer thanks and blessing, O God. And it's my honor to call up Marlene, who will be lighting our candles and leading us in the blessing. We are on page 2.
O source of light and truth, creator of the eternal law of goodness, help us to find knowledge by which to live. Lead us to take the words we shall speak into our hearts and our lives. Bless all who enter this sanctuary in need, all who bring the offerings of their hearts. May our worship lead us to acts of kindness, peace, and love. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech olam, Asher Kitshana B'mitzvasa V'tzivanu Lahadlik Ner Shel Shabbos. Blessed are you, Adonai our God, sovereign of the universe, who hallows us with mitzvot, commanding us to kindle the light of Shabbat.
And together. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat. Yashachavak. Thank you, Marlene. We will continue, friends, on page 20 with the singing of Boi Kala. I think we've sung it 4 times already, so the 5th time's the charm. The song is also a welcome for the Sabbath bride, and it is on your yellow insert within your pamphlet, your handout this week, so please check out the yellow insert. And at the end, I will cue you. It's a little shorter than the traditional Echad. I'll cue you. We will rise, if able, and face the front of our sanctuary to welcome the Sabbath bride. Boi kala l'chadodi l'krat kala b'nei Shabbat mekabela boi kala boi kala l'chadodi l'krat kala b'nei Shabbat mekabela boi kala. Oh, Sabbath bride, won't you come inside? We welcome you tonight, Boi Kala. Oh, Sabbath bride, won't you come inside? We welcome you tonight, Boi Kala. L'chadodi l'krat kala b'nei Shabbat mekabela boi kala. We ask our congregation to rise if able and face the front of our sanctuary. Bovi shalom ateheret bala gam b'simcha usola toch emune am segula boi chala boi chala boi chala l'chadoti l'krat kala b'nei Shabbat Mekabela boi chala. You may be seated. We turn to page 23. Middle of the page, a beautiful, beautiful reading about God's sovereignty together. Adonai is sovereign. God is robed in grandeur. Adonai is robed. God is girded with strength. The world stands firm. It cannot be shaken. Your throne stands firm from old. From eternity you have existed. The ocean sounds Adonai. The ocean sounds its thunder. The ocean sounds its pounding. Above the thunder of the mighty waters, more majestic than the breakers of the sea, is Adonai, majestic on high. Your decrees are indeed enduring. Holiness befits your house, Adonai, for all times. Friends, we'll join together the singing of Shalom Aleichem, top of page 24. Shalom Shalom Alechem, Malachei Asharet, Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem L'Shalom, Malachei Ashalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Baruch Hu Di L'Shalom, Malachei Ashalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Tzedchem L'Shalom, Malachei Ashalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Page 27, middle of the page together. Teach me, O God, a blessing, a prayer, on the mystery of a withered leaf, on ripened fruit so fair, on the freedom to see, to sense, to breathe, to know, to hope, to despair. Teach my lips a blessing, a hymn of praise, as each morning and night you renew your days, lest my day be today as the one before, lest routine set my ways. Friends will now be opening the Ark. If you are able, please join us and rise on page 28 for the call to worship, Baruch Hu, page 28. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach, Baruch Adonai HaMevorach, Leolam Vaed. You may be seated. Page 31. Middle of the page together in the English. This is an hour of change. Within it we stand uncertain on the border of light. Shall we draw back or cross over? Where shall our hearts turn? Shall we draw back, my brother, my sister, or cross over? This is the hour of change, and within it we stand quietly on the border of light. What lies before us? Shall we draw back, my brother, my sister, or cross over together? Baruch atah Adonai, Amariv Aravim. On page 32 in the Torah this week, and you'll hear in a bit with my Devar, we're talking about repetition, the sacredness of repetitiveness in Judaism. We do the same prayers every week, and there's a reason for that, is that we do need to be repetitive, and we need to do them because practice really does never fully make perfect, but the practice within the practice is where the holiness is. So tonight we're going to be singing a different melody, Fa'ahavat Olam, the same prayer, just a little different melody. There are quite a few melodies. This is more of a traditional melody. We have done it here before. We'll sing it a cappella. If you know it, if you're old school, please join me. Top of page 32. Ahavat Olam, Beit Yisrael, Amcha Avta, Torah u'mitzvot, chuchim u'mishpatim, otanu limadeta. Al ken Adonai Eloheinu, בשוכבנו ובקומנו נשיח בחוקיך ונשמח בדברי תורתך ובמצוותיך לעולם ועד. כי הם חיינו ואורך ימינו ואורך ימינו ובהם נגע יומם ולילה יומם ולילה ואהבתך אל תסיר ממנו לעולמים. ברוך אתה אדוני אוהב עמו ישראל. Page 33, top of the page together. As you taught Torah to those whose names I bear, teach me Torah too. Its mystery beckons, yet I struggle with its truth. You meant Torah for me. Did you mean the struggle for me too? Don't let me struggle alone. Help me to understand, to be wise, to listen, to know. Lead me into the mystery. Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael. Friends, if you are able, please join us by rising on page 34 for the treasured words of the Shema. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Va'ed. You may be seated. We'll continue with the Ve'ahavta, top of page 36. Please join me. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha v'chol levavcha u'v'chol nafshecha u'v'chol me'odecha v'hayu hadvarim ha'elech asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam v'shivtecha b'veitecha uv'lechtecha v'derech uv'shochbecha u'kumecha u'kshatam leot al yadecha v'hayu letotafot b'neinecha u'ktavtam al mezuzot beitecha u'visharecha Leman tizkeru ve'asitem et kol mitzvotai v'hitem kedoshim le'Elohechem ani Adonai Elohechem asher hotzeti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim liot lachem le'Elohim ani Adonai Elohechem. Page 39, we'll read together, top of the page. Standing on the parted shores of history, we still believe what we were taught before ever we stood at Sinai's foot, that wherever we go, it is eternally Egypt, that there is a better place, a promised land, that the winding way to that promise passes through the wilderness, that there is no way to get from here to there except by joining hands, marching together. Page 40, top of the page, we'll join together. Mi chamocha v'alim Adonai, mi chamocha nehedar Page 41, we'll read together. Sing the song of men and women joined in understanding and respect of God's miracles, an earth protected and cherished, a gift for our children and the generation to come. The song of a land once ravished by war, now quiet and content, for soldiers home to leave no more. The song of a world redeemed, the song of peace. Page 42, top of the page. Let's join together. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu l'shalom, v'hamidenu shomreinu l'chaim. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu l'shalom, v'hamidenu shomreinu l'chaim. 6 lines up from the bottom in the Hebrew. Ushmor. Ushmor tzedenu. L'chaim u'shalom me'ata v'gadolam. Hashkivenu together. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu l'shalom, v'hamidenu shomreinu l'chaim. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu l'shalom, v'hamidenu shomreinu l'chaim. Beautiful. We'll continue. Page 44. Middle of the page in the English. The people of Israel shall keep Shabbat, observing Shabbat throughout the ages as a covenant for all time. It is a sign for all time between me and the people of Israel. For in 6 days Adonai made heaven and earth, and on the 7th day God ceased from work and was refreshed. Friends, we open the ark, page 46. If you are able, please rise as we join together for our tefillah, page 46. Together. Adonai sifatai tiftach ufi agite ilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Page 48. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei Avotenu v'imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, El Hagadol Hagibor Hanurah, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, Egonei Hakol, Bezoker Chasei Avot V'imot, Umitfilu Lifnei Pneichem, Leman Shemo B'Yava, Melech Ozer U'Moshiach U'Hakim. Baruch atah Adonai, Magin Avraham v'Ezrat Sarah. Page 50. Atah Gibor le'olam Adonai, Mechayei Kol atah Rav Yoshtia, Mori Somech noflim verofet olim, umatir asurim, umekayem unaso, lishenei afar, milchamot hava gevurot, umidom melach, melech lemid umekayem, umatzliach Yeshua, v'ne'emanata tayota, Baruch atah Adonai, Mechayeh. English, middle of page 52. You are holy, your name is holy, and those who are holy praise you every day. Blessed are you, Adonai, the holy God, together. Baruch atah Adonai, ha'el ha'adon. You may be seated. Page 53. Middle of the page, together in the English. Where might I go to find you, exalted, hidden God? Yet where would I not go to find you, ever-present, eternal one? My heart cries out to you. Please draw near to me. The moment I reach out for you, I find you reaching in for me together. Baruch atah Adonai ha'el hakadosh. Page 55, top of the page, together. May these hours of rest and renewal open our hearts to joy and our minds to truth. May all who struggle find rest on this day. May all who suffer find solace. May all who hurt find healing on this day. May all who despair find purpose. May all who hunger find fulfillment on this day. And may this day fulfill its promise. Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh haShabbat. Top of page 57, I'll chant the Hebrew and then we'll read in the English. Ritzeh Adonai Eloheinu b'amcha Yisrael, ufilatam b'avat titchabel, util ratzon tamid, avodat Yisrael amecha, Baruch atah Adonai, sheotcha levadka b'yira na'avod. Together. Ever-present one, may we, your people Israel, be worthy in our deeds and our prayer, wherever we live, wherever we seek you, in this land, in Zion restored, in all lands. You are our God, whom alone we serve in reverence. Baruch atah Adonai, sheotcha levadcha b'yira na'avod. And we conclude with the top of page 59, God of goodness, together. God of goodness, we give thanks for the gift of life, wonder beyond words, for the awareness of soul, our light within, for the world around us so filled with beauty, for the richness of the earth, which day by day sustains us. For all these and more, we offer thanks together. Baruch atah Adonai, hatov shimcha uchana et lehodot. Friends, we'll take a few moments of silent prayer and reconvene on page 140 with a song of peace. Page 140. Sim shalom, tova, uvracha. Sim shalom, tova, uvracha. Sim shalom, tova uvracha. Chen v'chesed, v'rachamim. Chen v'chesed, v'rachamim. V'rachamim. Please join me. Sim shalom. Tova uvracha. Together. Sim shalom. Tova uvracha. We now turn from blessings of peace, prayers of peace, to prayers of healing on page 253. May the one who blessed our ancestors, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Sarah, Rebekah, Rachel, and Leah, bless and heal those who are ill. And this evening we do want to read the names of Michael Wolf, Eliezer Chaim, HaKohen Ben Ramon Vemimi, Susan Strozier, Mickey Hogan, and Beverly Hickman. And we will join, before we join together to sing, let's go around the sanctuary if anyone else has someone's name they would like to mention. Anybody in the back? Up here? We'll take a few moments for our friends joining us online this evening to say names out loud for healing. Thank you. We join together with Dwight, Misha Beirach, page 253. Let's join together. Misha Beirach Avotenu Mekor Abracha Leimotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Mishe Beirach Imotenu Mekor HaBracha Le'avotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. May the Blessed Holy One be filled with compassion for their health to be swiftly restored and their strength to be swiftly revived. May God send them a complete renewal of body and spirit, and let us say as a community, Amen. So friends, one of the biggest questions a rabbi gets asked, mostly by children, but you'd be surprised sometimes by adults, is why do we recite the same prayers every week? Rabbi, why don't we switch it up? Now, of course, we use different melodies as we did tonight, liturgical settings, but the core remains the same. And when answering this question, especially with children who live in today's fast-paced technological world with instant access to questions, we used to have to look up in the foreign word for the youngsters, encyclopedia. I try to impart on them that repetition is deeply important in Judaism because Judaism is not a religion just of belief. It's a religion of practice. And it's a religion of memory. In essence, repetition shapes our identity and teaches us our values. Repetition is holy, and we who come on Friday night know that. A famous saying from the Talmud is, Ein domeh shoneh pirko mea pe'amim l'shoneh pirko mea ve'achad. Translated means, one who reviews his learning 100 times is nowhere as comparable to one who reviews it 101 times. And in the past, I've mentioned the pretty famous Rabbi Ben Bagbag. He was an early rabbinic sage and a student of Hillel, and interestingly enough, he probably and was remembered as either a convert to Judaism or a descendant of converts. His unusual name, Rabbi Bagbag, is understood by the rabbis as a kind of coded nickname because hinting at conversion and possibly protecting him under Roman rule. Best known for his teaching in Pirkei Avot, turn it over and over again. In fact, there's a song, turn it again, turn it around your mind. I'll spare you the rest tonight. For everything is in it. He became a symbol of lifelong, repeated engagement with Torah, searching its depths again and again for new insight. And I've told our Torah study attendees many times, Rabbi Ben Bagbag, legend has it, would sit at a table with a candle, a soul candle, looking over one line of Torah, and he would do this for 2 months at a time. And his colleagues, his other rabbis would say, Bagbag, you have to eat, you have to sleep. And he said, there's so much to learn from this one line. So if there's so much to learn from that one line, what can we learn from the entire scroll? Which is why we have Torah study every week. We just nip it at the very beginning of it. It's in this way that Judaism is a religion of repeated acts, repeated prayers, repeated rituals, repeated readings, because repetition is how values become part of our character. But the importance of repetition is not, obviously, just a Jewish notion. Aristotle once said, or it's attributed to Aristotle, we are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. A little later on in history, Coach Vince Lombardi once said, practice does not make perfect, only perfect practice makes perfect. And about the same time, the known sage Bruce Lee said, I fear not the man who has practiced 10,000 kicks once, but I fear the man who has practiced one kick 10,000 times. This week's Parsha, Naso, means count, and is by far the longest Parsha in the Torah. It stretches across, are you ready for this? 176 verses. We're going to look at every one tomorrow morning. We'll be here all day and all night. Only kidding. Encompassing census data, the laws of the Nazir, a man or woman who voluntarily takes a special vow of consecration to God, the priestly blessing, the sotar ritual for a woman suspected of adultery, and finally the dedication offerings brought by the leaders of the tribes. And it is in that final section, the leaders of the tribes bringing these things, where many readers begin to feel something unusual happened. The Torah repeats itself over and over again. Nearly identical descriptions of each tribal offering. And it does this for all 12 tribes. They bring the same silver bowl, the same silver basin, the same ladle of gold, the same animals again and again and again, 12 times. Why does the Torah need to repeat all this? Could it not simply say each tribe brought the same offering? Done with it. But perhaps that very impatience is exactly what the Torah wishes to reveal to us. We live in a world, my friends, where we are trained to crave what is new, faster, more stimulating, more efficient. We scroll endlessly because repetition feels boring. We measure value by innovation and disruption. Even spiritually, people often chase emotional highs rather than steady practice, often asking, what's new? What's next? What's more exciting? Why would the Torah, which is usually so economical with its language, suddenly become repetitive? The Midrash teaches that although the repeating offerings looked identical externally, each tribe brought them with different inner intention. The tribe of Judah understood the offering one way, Issachar understood another way, Zebulun another. The outer action was the same, but the inner heart was unique. And that is one of Judaism's deepest truths. Repetition does not erase individuality. In fact, repetition can reveal individuality. Let's think about prayer. Let's think about being here at services or the high holidays. Jews across the world recite, we just did, the same Amidah, the same Shema, and so many other prayers every day. Sure, the melodies might be a little different, but it's the same prayer. The words remain constant, yet no two prayers are ever identical. One day, the words might emerge from grief. One day from gratitude, another from exhaustion, another from hope. Rabbi Abraham Joshua Heschel once wrote, the Jewish ritual is not meant to save us from life, but to bring us deeper into life. The rhythms of Jewish practice, daily prayer, weekly Shabbat, yearly holidays, are not repetitive because Judaism lacks creativity. They are repetitive because human beings can be forgetful. It's our nature. So Judaism builds holiness not only through dramatic moments, but through sacred repetition. Every Friday night candles are lit. Every Shabbat, Kiddush is recited. Every morning, Moda'ani thanks God for life, once again, life renewed. And perhaps the miracle is not that we repeat them. Perhaps the miracle is that repetition slowly changes us, every one of us. The world often teaches the meaning comes from intensity. Meaning comes from intensity. Judaism teaches that meaning comes from consistency. It's taught in Judaism that small acts performed with sincerity can pierce the heavens. Not only the dramatic moments of revelation at Sinai, but the quiet daily acts, saying a blessing carefully, greeting another person warmly, coming to services, showing kindness when no one else notices. The Torah teaches that the purpose of life is transformation, and transformation, my friends, rarely happens instantly. It's a process. Consider water dripping onto a stone. One drop changes nothing, but over years, the stone itself is reshaped. I still remember the famous line from the classic movie Shawshank Redemption, when the character Red reflects on Andy Dufresne's escape using only a small rock hammer, to my best Morgan Freeman. Geology is the study of pressure and time. That's all it takes, really. Pressure and time. Thank you. Spiritual life works the same way. One prayer may not transform us. One Shabbat may not heal us. One act of kindness may seem small, but repeated over times, over and over again, these acts carve a holiness into our soul, into the soul of others. And this may also explain why Parsha Naso is the longest in the Torah. Its length itself becomes part of the teaching. You've got to read the whole thing. The Torah forces us to experience repetition rather than merely thinking about it and moving on. As we hear each offering repeated, we begin to feel impatience arising within us. Come on, let's get going. And in noticing that impatience, we continue to confront something profound about ourselves. People think that repetition dulls the experience, but in truth, only superficial things get dull. Deep things grow deeper. And so in closing, in our own lives, the repeated kindnesses matter, the repeated prayers matter, the repeated phone calls, meals, blessings, embraces, and act of patience matter. And friends, let us remember that holiness is not only found in the extraordinary moments of life, but it's built quietly through the sacred repetitions that sustain life. And may these repeated acts and repetitions of love, prayer, and kindness in our own lives continue to shape us into a people of deeper compassion, greater patience, and stronger faith. Shabbat Shalom. And now I would like to call up Sherry for our announcements.
Shabbat Shalom to each of you. I would like to thank our host families, Marlene Swerdlow, her sister Cynthia, and her brother-in-law Michael Wolf. We will have Torah study tomorrow morning. If it's going to be the Torah study that Rabbi said, I think I'm going to have a hangnail and stay home. So the rest of you go on. And next week will be, as usual, Friday night service, Torah study Saturday. Hope each of you have a wonderful week. Enjoy your weekend, because they say it's going to start raining again come Monday. Enjoy.
Sherry. And I did also want to note that we do have a funeral, not a member, but Jay Levy is going to be interred on Monday at 2 p.m. at Clayton Thompson Funeral Home. I'm officiating. Jay is not a member, but Jay is from the Port Arthur area. He knows a lot of you, so if you did know Jay, his sister-in-law Judy, I believe her husband is John. If you know any of the Levys, the funeral will be at Clayton Thompson and Groves on Monday. Again, not a member of our congregation, but I wanted to mention it because I know he has a connection to this community. So maybe we'll see you there. It's 2 p.m. on Monday, and it'll be followed by a burial ceremony graveside as well. We are going to continue on page 259. As we open the ark, we continue with the prayer for the state of Israel. And since Angela isn't here tonight, we're all going to sing super beautifully and loud and help the rabbi with this one. Page 259, we open the ark. Avinu, Avinu, Sheba Shamayim, storing Israel Ro'alo. Avinu, Avinu, Sheba Shamayim, storing Israel V'golo. Bottom of the page in the English. O Heavenly One, Protector and Redeemer of Israel, bless the state of Israel, which marks the dawning of hope for all who seek peace. Shield it beneath the wings of your love. Spread over it the canopy of your peace. Send your light and truth to all who lead and advise, guiding them with your good counsel. Establish peace in the land and fullness of joy for all who dwell there. Amen. We continue on page 282, middle of the page together with the Aleinu. Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon ha'kol, l'tekenu la'leotzer b'reshit, shelo asanu ki goyei haratzon, velo samanu ki mishpechot ha'adama, shelo samteltenu kahen, begor aleinu pechol hamonam, v'anachnu kolim u'mishtachavim u'modim lifnei melech malchei hamlachim hakadosh baruch hu. Page 287. We remain standing. Our thoughts now turn to those who have departed this earth, our own loved ones, those whom our friends and neighbors have lost, the martyrs of our people whose graves are unmarked, and those of every race and nation whose lives have been a blessing to humanity. Tonight, we mark the yard sites of Lena Kaplan-Mykoff, Julius Figelson, Bertha Feingold Horowitz, G. Davis Clark, David Robert Abelman, Israel Friedman, Bonnie Goldstein, Irene E. Polanski, Moise Schornstein, Hyman Bleeden, May J. Levy, Jack Walker, Myrtle Marie Birch, Hannah Horowitz, Rennie Levy Schwartz, Herman Lefkowitz, Sherwin Elkins, Bessie Fruman, Bill Kuhn, Samuel M. Polanski, Sam Feingold, Evelyn Feingold, and Rebecca Sailbear. We are going to go around our sanctuary. Please name a woman or man if tonight we are remembering them and they were not on our list. Charles Clayman. And we're also going to ask our friends online to mention names out loud. In solidarity, we join together as a community, as a global community. The words of the Mourner's Kaddish are on page 294 together. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, v'yalma divra chirutei v'yamlich malchutei, ha'yichon u'vyamechon, u'v'chayei dechol beit Yisrael, ma'agalav v'zman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevarach le'alam u'me'omaya, Yitbarak v'yishtabak v'yipa'ar v'yitroman v'yinaseh, v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal, shemei dekudisha brechu. Le'ela min kol berchata v'shirata, tushbachata v'nechamata, damiran b'yama v'imru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chaim aleinu v'yal kol Yisrael, v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'romav, hu yaseh shalom. Aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'imru, amen. May the one who creates harmony on high bring peace to us and all of Israel, to which we say, amen. So friends, for our closing song tonight, we're going to turn to page 321 for Don Olam, and I know many of you have heard of a rabbi's discretionary fund. This is the rabbi's melodic discretionary. So I am going to do one that we haven't done at Temple yet. It's a little out of the box. We're going to do Yellow Submarine as the melody, okay? Are we ready, everybody? Page 321. Adon Olam Asher Malach B'terem Kol Yitzir Nivra Li'et Nasa V'chef Zochol Hazai Melech Shemo Nikra V'acharet Yichlot HaKol Leva'ado Yimlok Nora Vehu Haya Vehu Hoveh Vehu Yiyeh V'tifara Vehu Echad V'yein Sheni Lehamshilo Lehachbira Bili Reshit Bili Tachlit V'lo Ha'oz V'hamizrah Vehu Eli V'chai Goeli V'chor Hevli V'yetzara Vehu Nisi Umanosli Menat Kosi V'yomechra V'ya'ado Afid Ruchi V'yetishan V'ya'ira V'yimrichi Giviyati Adonai li V'lo ira. One more time, everyone. Adon Olam Asher Malach B'terem Kol Yitzir Nivarach Li'et Nasa B'chef Zochol Hazai Melech Shemo Nikra. For those of you wondering, that was an original melody. Shabbat